A black father kills a cop after his son was killed by the police department. This is an incredibly ironic, twisted, detailed tragedy here. Here's the video that his son is gone. So what do? Well, according to police, here's what happened next. On the morning of May 1, 18-year-old Ryan was killed by an unidentified Cincinnati police officer who had responded to a call about a stolen vehicle at an apartment complex. According to authorities, 4 suspects ran in different directions when they saw police arrive. One officer fired on Ryan at least 4 times. Cincinnati Police Chief Teresa Setke said the officer who fatally shot Ryan had said the teen pointed a gun at him. The officer said the teen pointed a gun at him. Body cam footage of the incident, which Hinton viewed, reportedly showed an officer pointing his gun at the teen who appeared to be running away. That father, Rodney Hinton Jr., who authorities say intentionally hit and killed an Ohio sheriff's deputy with a car after his son was fatally shot by police, will remain in jail. No bond. You see, while he awaits trial on a murder charge. At the bond hearing, homicide detective Carl Beebe testified that Hinton saw the footage of his son being killed while at the police station. That was just prior to the fatal collision. Let's show you the victim. Larry Henderson, actually retired, beloved 33-year veteran of the Hamilton County Police Force. That day, he happened to fill in for someone on traffic duty during the busy commencement weekend at the University of Cincinnati. A last-minute change, and then everything changed. According to Detective Beebe, Hinton allegedly left the station, briefly returned, and then drove away in a very distraught state. As he approached the university, he appeared to stop at first, but then accelerated quickly through the intersection where Deputy Henderson was standing. He testified that Henderson launched several feet into the air when he was struck. He was taken to the hospital, later pronounced dead. The defense. Mr. Hinton's attorney, Clyde Bennett, indicated he might mount an insanity defense for the grieving father. Bennett told the judge he wanted to make sure that Hinton was treated as a mentally ill person and not as a cop killer. I don't think he was a cop killer. I think he was not in his right mind, and I think he should be treated like any other mentally ill person that commits a crime, his attorney stated. Hinton's next court date is set for May 12th. This is a horrible tragedy. Let's talk about the teenager first, and let's not gloss over that. It's always pointed a gun, running away. I don't know what all of the circumstances are, but I know that I don't think it's a stretch for a black teenager to run when the police show up. I don't. He's gone. A father, Tehran, sees this footage for the first time. Family members and other reports even said they didn't want him to drive. They were so concerned about his state. You might imagine the love of your life. You gave life to this young man and you watch him blown away. Footage that was not initially provided to you, of course. You're not in the right state of mind. But I guess my question for you, and then get into whatever you want to talk about. Do you think that Mr. Hinton will be treated as any other mentally ill person who committed a crime?
I don't think that Mr. Hinton will be awarded all the luxuries of the law. I think that obviously, even the way the blue wall was present at his courtroom hearing and the defiance in his eyes, I worry for his life before trial even commences. I don't know that a guilty verdict for him won't mean a death sentence no matter what punishment is actually handed out. I do find his crime to be abhorrent and appalling. And while I understand the state of mind he might have been in after surveying the film footage of his son being shot in the back and murdered, in his view, I do not agree with his actions whatsoever. And I actually find it appalling that so many people online do. I find it disgusting that we are now in a world that is going and giving into vigilantism and giving into an eye for an eye, even though it's the oldest parable we have where we all will end up blind. And I do not agree with his crime, even though I can understand where he was coming from.
Pick a side, right? That's just where we're at in this society. You can never have, I feel like, I say, this blanket statement, I feel like you can never have just an honest, true, intentional, I'll say, dialogue here. You have to pick a side. I feel horrible for the 33-year-old beloved. I accept it. He had a family. He wasn't supposed to be there. He just said, "Oh yeah, sure, I'll pick up this shift for you. I know it's a busy weekend." And now to die and in that manner, there are no winners here. Okay, what about his family? Now he's just reduced to this little culture war, race thing, whatever. And it clouds the other issue about the teenager who was gunned down and whether that was just or not. But it's just a horrific, horrific situation. And I wish sometimes you could just hit a switch, even though I'm a free speech person, and the internet could take a pause and shut up and sit down for about 24 hours and realize you're talking about real people here, right? There it is.